Hey, in this video we'll have a look at the dungeon panel here. Dungeons in YAG are composed of two parts represented here by two different colors. The brown part is the dungeon itself, while the green part is its surroundings. We can hide or show each part individually using those checkboxes here. The surroundings can be extended at will, but don't be too greedy because the computation is quite heavy on the resources. 5 is the default value. Each part can be assigned a different theme, so for example here I'm going to choose a classical dungeon for the inside and a fairies forest for the outside. We have to click the apply button after our modifications for YAG to redraw the dungeon. Dungeons can be renamed here and saved with this button. Saved dungeons appear in this list and can be deleted and reloaded from here. Dungeons are procedurally generated according to quite a few parameters. The first and most important parameter is the seed here that can be entered manually or randomly generated using this button. When changing the seed, we'll get a different dungeon layout. It would take too long to demonstrate the effect of each parameter individually, so I'll only give a brief overview. Before starting, this picture will help us to understand quickly what a dungeon is. So in YAG, a dungeon is merely a collection of cells that at the end will become either rooms in red or corridors in blue. Cells are connected by lanes like this one here. So with that in mind, we can better understand a few parameters. This is the number of cells and hence will roughly determine the size of the dungeon. Each cell has a minimum and maximum dimension, so here all dimensions of our cells will be comprised between 2 and 5 units. This parameter is the size threshold between rooms and corridors. Cells with area greater than 15 will become rooms, while cells with areas lesser than 15 will become corridors. This one sets the probability of rooms over corridors, so you can think of those two as a way to play with the size and density of rooms. This parameter here will give the probability of loops in the dungeon. 0 means a lot of long dead ends, and 1 gives a very loopy and connected dungeon. This one is simply the width of the lanes. This one gives the probability of height variation in the dungeon, so that's the difference between a flat dungeon and a more hilly one. Finally, this one gives the maximum height difference allowed in the whole dungeon. If we set it to 1 or 2, we'll get a smooth dungeon with floors only separated by stairs. If we set a larger value, we allow the appearance of cliffs like this one. The best way to understand how those parameters work together is really to try them. Those preset buttons here will set the parameters for various predefined types of dungeon. They have two goals. First, helping us to quickly obtain the type of dungeon that we want, and second, help you understand how the parameters work together. Of course, they're intended to be merely starting points for your own dungeons, so feel free to experiment and depart from them as much as you want. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next. Bye!